nipples. Right. Hey guys, how's it going? Alex Norwood here. Today I've got a little video for you which hopefully help you guys understand if a girl actually likes you. So basically I've written out some scenarios that might happen and we're just going to go through them and I'm going to explain to you how to tell if a girl likes you. So let's do this. So say you're waiting in line for the club. You make eye contact with a girl. She waves at you and you smile back. You make eye contact again and again whilst waiting in line for the club. She points at you and her friends start to look at you. You notice this when you smile back and they all start giggling. Does this mean that she likes you? There's not really enough evidence here. She could be going into the club and not seeing you again, or she could be just doing that to a lot of guys in order to make them think that they're going to be lucky tonight. So at the moment you can't really tell. As you get into the club and you're finally past the bouncers and the worry of being caught with anything or not getting in because you're the wrong gender has passed. You march in with all your mates talking about who's the least likely to pull. You suddenly spot the girl you were looking at in the line. She makes eye contact with you again. You look away hoping that you didn't make it obvious that you were looking at her. But you don't do subtle, and the thoughts between your head and your brain stop working. You end up looking at her longer than you realised you were. You turn your head away hoping that she didn't notice, but really you just end up looking like this. She makes her way over, taps you on the back. You turn around, and to your surprise it's the girl you were looking at. She makes a joke with you and you start to talk. She compliments the shirt you are wearing, and you compliment her on her outfit. She asks to go to the bar. You buy her a drink. You stay and have a chat for a while. Everything seems to be going fine so far. Does this mean that she likes you? She might just be wanting a free drink, so at this point you can't really be sure. Let's say you've had drinks together and you end up dancing with each other on the dance floor. She seems like she's having a good time, and of course so are you. She pulls you to one side, wraps her hands around the back of your neck, and starts to kiss you. As you kiss her back, you try to tuck your boner into the waistline to make it less obvious, so it doesn't end up poking her. She pulls her head away and asks if you want to go back to hers. Does this mean that she likes you? At this point you can't really be sure. She could just be like that every time she goes out to the club. You could be nothing special, but of course you're a man, so you go along with it. You order a taxi and go back to get congratulated by your mates, and you leave with her. You get back to hers, you go straight up to her room and have a heavy love-making session. After 3 minutes and 26 seconds you congratulate yourself on achieving a new PB and lasting 30 seconds longer than usual. She cuddles you afterwards and you both fall asleep. Does this mean that she likes you? At this point you can't really be sure, as like we said before this could be what she does every Friday night, therefore there really isn't enough evidence to go by. The next morning you both wake up and start asking about how everything went down the night before. You chat for a bit, then she says that she really wants to see you again, and that she could see herself with you. Does this mean that she likes you? Again, you can't really be sure. Girls usually don't say what they mean, or say something that you think you know what they mean, but really it means the total opposite of what you thought it meant. So she could just be being polite and not wanting to hurt your feelings. You do start seeing her again, and eventually you start dating. You meet her parents and she meets yours, and after a few years you end up getting married. And you have 3 kids together. Does this mean that she likes you? You know, you can never be sure really. Girls tend to change their mind quite frequently. Again, she's probably just trying to figure out stuff. It's probably best if you just keep her distance while she makes up her mind.